Hello and welcome to Self-Care and Why It Matters in Social Work Practice. The core message that I have for you guys today is self-care isn't separate from social work practice. It is how we remain aware of ourselves while doing difficult human work so we can show up with presence, boundaries, and ethical responsibility. For the goodness sake of this video, I wanted you guys to look at self-care from a different perspective. We're looking at it way different than what it was often presented to us, because oftentimes self-care was presented to us as activities or something that is outside of us that we can do and we can practice so we can feel good from inside. However, self-care or social work or self-care in social work invite us to look within ourselves and actually notice what's going on while in the relationship with our clients or while we're practicing social work. Self-care is more than activities. It begins with awareness because think about it. With the social worker practice, we are expected not to just utilize the skills and tools, but also to be present, to be grounded, to be available, to create that safe environment without judgment, being empathic, genuine. So we are open, we are really grounded, we are present in that relationship. We're committing to boundaries, to ethical practice at the same time protecting our client and protecting that relationship. So before we can know what we need, we have to notice what is happening within us. And because, of course, we are so emotionally present and available, and that's what makes us a human. We are open to hear all the trauma, absorb it, hear about the trauma, the pain, and difficult conversation and difficult moments that our clients experiences, whether they're telling us about it or we are observing them going through it, right? So we are open and we absorb all of that. So our responsibility as professional clinicians is to notice when the job or when our work is impacting our practice, is when we notice that. Now, I don't want you until you become burned out. I don't want you to notice that until you're going through compassion fatigue or vicarious trauma. Our work starts from the first time we meet with our clients. This is this is the beginning of the relationship where we pause and we look and we kind of notice what's going on within us. And it starts with daily check-in. I refer to them as daily check-in. However, I use those whenever I'm in a relationship or an interaction that's happening within it at the same time, like in between. Sometimes I look into it before even I walk in. If a heavy caseload has been just dropped at me, this is when I just pause and daily check in, see what kind of feelings that came in, what kind of thought pattern that it's been repeating about this similar case or about this specific case, right? What is my body telling me? Are my heartbeats kind of like speeding up? Am I feeling a little anxious? Am I kind of really avoiding to even go there and letting that case being handled the last case of my list for that day? Notice. And when we notice, not to judge, pay attention and be gracious with yourself. And it's okay because we want to understand how we operate under stress. Because if we don't understand, then we cannot pause and we can't make choices. And we what? React, not respond. And the purpose of our work is to respond versus react. So pay attention to those really symptoms that arises or those feelings. Keep them in mind, and when you realize them, when you're self-aware that you're anxious or you're avoiding to go talk to this patient specifically, this is when we pause and we make better choices because we question, why am I avoiding? Let me really reflect. What am I avoiding? Am I avoiding? Is it a difficult conversation that I'm uncomfortable dealing with? Is it reminding me of some past experience that I've been through? So it gives you that pause, so you have better choices to make. So you're intentional, right? So this is when you're actually you decide what would the practice look like instead of having the practice decide what our relationship is looking like with our client. The more you understand what's happening within you, the more intentionally and responsibly you can show up for people you are trying to help and support. Thank you.